What's up, everybody? Today I got Fernando Martinez. So, Fernando, I actually met you at a Thunderbolt event, or actually, no, Sweet Science,
Yeah,
right?
Sweet Science.
So, you're signed with Sweet Science, and saw your fight, was blown away from your skills, and then after that, I didn't see you fight, man. It's been a while. I
Yeah.
know recently you fought. Did you fight in Mexico
Yeah, I
or
fought in
no?
Alberta.
Yeah, and then you fought. When did you fight in California?
Cali, I didn't. I haven't fought in Cali.
No,
In Cali for the pros yet.
no.
My last two fights before the one you had went to,
Mhm.
with Sweet Science were both in Mexico. The second one was in Obregon,
Mhm.
and then my third one was in Alberta.
Now let's talk about your well, actually your record. You're 3-0.
Yeah.
And let's talk about your last fight because I wasn't able to see it because it was in Mexico, correct? How did it go? And I mean, talk to me about that fight.
Honestly, uh, dude even came in overweight too. He came in at like 120 and stuff. But we were training pretty hard for that fight. You know what I mean? We got that like what was it? Only a month notice.
Uh-huh.
But we were staying in shape and stuff. And honestly, it was real quick. I think I only threw like three punches. Three punches. I just tucked it perfect on the body, sat him. But
Yeah.
I mean, literally, bro. Like the fight was only like 40 seconds long. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was like some people are like, man, I went to the bathroom real quick and came back out and it was over. I'm just like, my fault, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know. You know what I mean? It just landed. You know what I mean? Couldn't get up. Couldn't
Yeah.
recover from it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that just goes to show how skillful you are. And let's talk about your amateur career because I did a little research about your amateur career, and you have a very great amateur
Thank
career,
you.
man. You've been all over the world. You've been to Russia. You're part of Team USA.
Yeah.
I'm curious to learn about more in depth of your amateur career. First off, talk to me about your first ever fighting experience, not boxing experience. Like, did you fighting in
first-
school or whatever?
I mean,
Talk to me about that.
Okay. Yeah, my first fighting experience. I could tell you, I had like, I could say like, not anger issues, but like, I guess you could say that. Like, yeah. I had like anger issues. But I just never know how to use them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I was an innocent little kid, but with like anger issues, dude. I didn't know how to defend myself or nothing. So like, I was always the smallest kid in the class all the time, and so I felt like people always try to test me or bully me. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, people used to roughing me up when I was little, bro. I was so small. My first fight, I got beat up, man. I got beat up. I was little, but from there, I wanted to start boxing. You know what I mean? Start learning how to defend myself. My cousin started actually teaching me how to defend myself and start roughing me up. My mom had to start taking me to like my cousin's house just to learn how to fight and stuff, and little things like that. But
So as your kid, you were bullied.
Yeah.
And then you just decided, hey man, I got to defend myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's a common thing that I hear in boxers too, especially in the lighter weights, is that yeah, they were bullied, but then like a switch comes on and say, hey man, I got to defend myself. I just can't be getting hit or beat up or talked a certain way. Right. Now, so your first fighting experience, right? Obviously, kid,
Yeah,
you know,
didn't know how to
kid
defend
fights,
myself, yeah.
anything like that. Let's talk about your first ever boxing experience, or how did you even get in the sport? Was it a fighter that inspired you?
Yeah.
How did you step into the ring?
Well, honestly, like all my family, they're big on boxing. They love watching boxing. So I could tell you, it could be a kid party, any type of party, a gathering, holiday gathering or something. They're watching some type of fight, or everybody's in the living room watching the fights. And so I always saw like how all my family is so much into the boxing and stuff. And I think it was the one fight with De La Hoya and Floyd when they're fighting and stuff. And I just remember how much my family was into it, and after that, I asked my mom and them the next day if I could start boxing, you know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, because herself, and my thought on them, like, that's all they watch. They watch, like, Tyson and, like, Holyfield, like, all the other ones. So, like, they've been into the boxing, like, you know what I mean, loving it. But they just never had nobody actually compete or knew that you compete at a young age and stuff. And so they're like, yeah, we're going to look up a gym and stuff. And I ended up starting a gym with my tia and her kids, like my mom. We started a little thing, and we took us to this gym called Gordas. And yeah, we gave it a try from there. And dude, within 6 months, they already had me fighting and stuff. But like, I shouldn't have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't ready yet. But I was starting with a new gym and stuff, and they really threw me in the ring within 6 months. And yeah, that's how that started.
Yeah. So, but I'm curious, what you think about that Floyd De La Hoya fight, man? Because I remember when I was a kid too, seeing that fight. I mean, being pissed that De La Hoya didn't win. You know, to
Right.
me, I was like, De La Hoya will win, man. Like, how was your family? You know, I mean, I'm sure
Honestly,
because
they were betting money on it, bro. I remember they were betting money, and I remember we know what the decision was supposed to be.
Yeah.
We know DeLorean was supposed to win and stuff, and my dad was like all ready and stuff, and he thinks he's about to get paid out, and they say Floyd, and my dad was like, what the? You know, he was tripping out, bro, going
That's
crazy.
how everyone
like,
was, bro.
And then my uncle and them were like, hey, you gotta pay up, you gotta pay up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's all tripping. So yeah, I remember that fight hardcore too, cause you know the decision and all
Yeah.
that, where it should have went.
Yeah, no, that's funny, man. I just wanted to kind of get your family's reaction, right? Because that's how my family reaction was. They're like, "What the heck? Delio should have won." So you started at Cordas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, I guess talk to me about that gym. You know, is it still around?
No, it's not. Eventually, they end up like closing down, and then they only took like I think 6 fighters that they wanted from the gym, and I was one of them. And so we started training in a garage all the way up in Chandler. We used to train on like 24th Street in Van Buren, and then he picked 6 fighters. Once it closed down, his gym closed down. So we started training at his house for a while, for about maybe like 5 months until we just he just stopped training people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how it went about.
So, at what part in your amateur career did you say, or at what point in your amateur record, or whenever, right, did you say, oh shoot, I could be really good at this?
I could say like around 13 years old, 13, 12, you know what I mean? I wasn't the best amateur fighter starting off, you know what I mean? Again, starting with Gordas, them throwing me into the ring with only 6 months of training, not even, you know what I mean? Not really knowing that much, but I think my record was like two wins and 4 losses when I first started off. But I love boxing so much, that's all I wanted, bro. Like, and eventually I just started to get good. People didn't believe in me as much, but I can remember like someone that always believed in me was my uncle, Steven. He would just wake me up early in the morning, you know what I mean? Take me to go run. As I'm running with him, he's in my head giving me like some motivation, saying some words, you know what I mean? And from there, I mean, even him, like, it's crazy, bro. When I be at tournaments and stuff, and he will know all the opponents I'm already fighting the next day, who they fought, who they done competed with. You know, it's like, bro, this dude's like a wizard in boxing, bro.
Yeah.
He knows everything, like, and he's never done anything, no type of boxing at all. But he knows his game, and he knows all his opponents. He knows what is his how do you say it?
Like that, his IQ.
Pros and cons,
Oh,
like their pros and
Okay.
cons. That he be knowing all that, bro. What to get around, what's their favorite combo, like all that, and you know what I mean. I'm over there at the tournament chilling while he's already studying for me.
Yeah.
Like he gives me a call, like, hey, so you got to stay away from this, you got to stay away from that. Like, yeah.
That's cool. Is he still in your career, kind of doing that
Yeah,
for you?
he still is. He still goes to all my fights and still in my pro fights.
Yeah. Does he do research for
Yeah,
you?
He still does. He just
That's pretty cool, man.
But I barely even. I have a fight coming up August 12th, and already, as soon as I got the box rec name of the opponent I'm gonna fight, we gave it to him, and within like 30 minutes, he's already calling us back, already studied him out and stuff, and already like, hey, bro, he's not so this and that, blah blah blah. So you know what I mean? He's already giving me all the feedback. And
What can you disclose the fighter's name? That you're fighting?
what was his name? What was his name? Huh? Vizio Franco, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. He's alright. I guess they say he's a knockout artist supposedly, but
Yeah.
We'll take that away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and my coaches will come up with a good plan and figure
Yeah.
out how to get around it. And you know what I mean? I'm excited
Yeah.
for this fight. You know what I mean?
So August 12th, is it gonna be
In Prescott.
In Prescott. Oh,
Here in
Sweet Science
Arizona.
is doing one.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm
that's what I
excited
heard. That's pretty cool. You know, and Danny Hilton's from there. I'm sure he's gonna be fighting
Yeah,
there too.
real cool dude. Yeah.
Yep, real cool dude. And he's an artist. Have you seen some of the stuff he
gets
does?
Down, bro. Yeah, I be replaying on all his stuff, bro. He gets down. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so your amateur career, right? When did you actually start getting recognized and getting your trophies that led you to getting to Team USA?
I mean, well, I've been going to tournaments since I was like 11, 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like Golden Gloves and I wouldn't make it to not even to the quarterfinals, but I love boxing so much. And then once I started 13 is when I started like at least making it to the semis, then to the finals, and I just kept making it to the finals, but I wasn't
You,
having enough
Yeah.
to get get the decision to win. You know what I mean? I think it was like 15 years old when I won my first national tournament. That was the Junior Olympics. And then from there, like, of course, you know what I mean, that was my first national, but people were like, well, you won in the juniors, you know what I mean, you ain't going to win nothing else. And then I was like, that kept in my head, it was motivation. So then I won again a year later in the same division in the juniors. And they're like, oh, it was just luck. So, like, you wouldn't be able to do it in the higher divisions once you go youth or elite. Next year I went to the elite, then I won, youth. Next year I went to youth from juniors, then I won youth. And then they're like, still were not giving me my credit, talking about, oh, it's because you didn't have no good people in your witch guard. But if you look at the people I beat in my box track, you'll see it's nothing but the top people in the tournaments that I was taking out. My tournaments would be like 36 people full in the brackets, you know what I mean, compared to other people with like 10 people, only fight 2 days. I was fighting all 5 days, you know what I mean. Then I went to, after youth, I went straight to elite and won that year. Youngest, I think it's like 18 to 35. 18 to 35, and that year I won. Then the next year I won it again, back to back, and I don't know, just never really got my credit out here. People will be like, not giving you credit for winning those type of things. You know what I mean? They didn't. Well, they'll say it was just all off of luck and stuff and other things, but. You know what I mean?
So how did you even get into Team USA? Like, how did you get a phone call? Was it a coach that saw you?
So what you do is you go to these tournaments, and it was out there in Reno, Nevada. You know, all these other states from the country, they all come to this tournament. So who's ever in I won at 106 pounds, and I was the 15-16 division. So whoever is at 15-16 and at 106 pounds, we all got to fight each other. And who's ever number one in that division from the tournament, then you qualify to go to Team USA and go out there and represent them and stuff. But still, like, even if you win the tournament, they take the ones and twos out there to Colorado, and you pretty much compete against each other. They see like who trains harder, who's more dedicated, who got the more. You know what I mean? And then they'll pick who they want to be on the team.
So you got one or two?
I always got number one.
You got number one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got number one at Reno, Nevada at that tournament. And then how'd you feel when that happened?
Honestly, man, I don't know how to explain that feeling, bro. Like, I have it on YouTube and stuff. But, like, you could just see when they raised my hand how much, like, you know, the tense in my body, like, I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I was happy. I could believe it because I trained hard for it, and that's what I deserve. But at the time, it was just like, damn, like, I'm finally a national champ. Like, that's all I wanted. And what I really wanted was just to get the outfit, you know what I mean? Representing them, wearing the USA outfits. Like, man, I remember when I was a little kid when I first seen the Everlast USA outfits, you know what I mean? I was, damn, those are hard. That's what I always wanted. That's what I really trained. I didn't care for the medal. I didn't care for, you know what I mean?
It was for the outfit?
I really wanted the outfit, bro. I really wanted the Team USA outfit. But yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, you put that outfit on, right? You get it. And then when do you
But
say...
I was mad because once I made the team, they changed the styles of the outfits.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the Everlast outfits no more. They changed it to Under Armour.
Oh,
but I was
okay.
still happy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I remember me and my friends were all trying our outfits. We got our new outfits and stuff from Team USA. Actually, my friend Money Powell, I don't know if you know who he is.
Nope.
He signed with Split T Management.
Okay.
With them. Yeah, he was my roommate. I remember he was all recording me trying my outfits. I'm all happy, excited, you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, man, take a back pic. I'm all flexy. Get the back, you know, it says USA in the back. I'm all sending it to all my family, to my uncles and everybody, you know what I mean? Like, just finally happy I got all that, you know what I mean? Then we were getting track suits and just, like, backpacks, everything, like, decked out of Team USA. And it felt crazy, bro.
Yeah, so did you have to leave your family?
Yeah.
So talk to me about that because you're at an early age, right? How old were you when you left to Team USA?
Well, it was on and off. I didn't, like, throughout, like, the whole year, like, when you're a youth. No, actually, it was, like, elite more. It was more of elite when I had to leave my family a lot more. But, like, when you're juniors and youth, you only go out, like, once or twice, you know what I mean, to Colorado. And you're only over there for, like, a month or two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I remember when I was on the elite team, you're pretty much over there like more than you're at home. You know what I mean? You'll be training over there for like 3 months. Sometimes we'll be in Kazakhstan for training for 3 months. Sometimes we're in
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, yeah. We've been to like Kazakhstan, Germany, Honduras, Russia.
Yeah.
But we've been to Kazakhstan a lot of times. You know what I mean? We're out there for a lot of training camps out there. And I'm telling you, bro, we'll be out there for like 2-3 months trying to get used to the foods out there. Bro, I'll be starving. I'll be eating bread, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be eating bread and just water. You know what I mean? Nothing else. I didn't like the foods out there.
Talk to me about a meal. What's a meal in Kazakhstan that you could tolerate?
I'm telling you, bro, like I couldn't really tolerate nothing. I had to try to go to like McDonald's, and even like going to McDonald's over there or like something like that, the whole menu's different, bro. Like you're at McDonald's getting chicken wings and stuff. Like,
Really?
Yeah, and they're not even good, bro. They're not good. All the flavors are all different. Like you know how like our Dorito bags, all our flavors, we know all our flavors. Their flavors are all different out there, bro. And so like I wasn't messing with anything out there. I remember the traditional plate they had gave us. I'm pretty sure it was horse, bro. In Kazakhstan, like to eat their traditional food.
Wow.
And I remember like we're all like in a big old table, man. We're all eating, the whole Team USA, and there's Kazakhstan over there too. And there's all kinds of different teams out there. It was a multi-training camp. You know what I mean? It wasn't just Team USA and Kazakhstan. There was different countries out there too training. And I remember for the last day they made us like their traditional food. And I guess like it's disrespectful if you don't eat their food. You know what I mean? Like you're saying no to their plate. And dude, I remember everybody was like supposed to eat it with me at the same time.
Yeah.
But my two friends right here, they just watched me eat it, and they saw my reaction, bro, and they did not want to eat it, bro. they saw me like, and I knew the Kazakhstan people were watching around, like seeing like our reactions, but I just like held it in my mouth, bro, and just like as soon as they turned around, I spit it out real quick, bro. Put it under the plate and stuff. But yeah, it's horrible, bro. The food was horrible out there, man. I remember they didn't even like at that when they were cooking it. They didn't grill it either, bro. They like pretty much boiled the food.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Oh
like
no,
boiled.
no! I
Like,
can't even do
and no
boiled chicken.
Yeah,
I can't
and it
do
wasn't
that.
even seasoned, bro. Like there
Oh
was
my
no
gosh.
seasonings. It just tasted raw. Like it was horrible, man. It was horrible.
What did horse taste like?
It was horrible, bro.
Like, was it chewy? Was it?
I'm telling you, bro. Like, as soon as it was in my mouth and I was chewing, bro, like I just wanted to spit it out right away, bro. It was just like automatic headache
Yeah.
to me, bro. It was like I got an automatic headache after I was eating it and stuff.
Okay, so you, at an early age, you know, you're part of Team USA. You're traveling, right? You're not around your parents. Was it hard for your mom or for you, like, to be away from them so long, or were you just like a kid, just excited, like, to be around this?
Well,
and your parents were like, "Hey, man, you know,
yeah, no,
what do you think?"
when I had to leave, my mom, yeah, she was like really, my mom was really attached to me, like, well, to all her kids, you know what I mean? So it was really hard for her, and it got hard for me at a time too. Like I was getting homesick, but then I started getting used to it. You know what I mean? I started getting used to it. Yeah, I was just giving phone calls throughout the day, or just video chatting them, and text just to keep them posted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd leave probably about like throughout the year. When I was in the elite team, probably about like 6 and 6, probably like 6 months over there and 6 months over here. Sometimes it's like changing out. You know what I mean?
So you Russia's one Kazakhstan, right? Let's talk about the other places that you visited, man. Russia, right? How was that experience? Did you guys even get to sightsee? Did you get to sightsee or anything like that?
Honestly, bro, we really never get to sightsee. Like we're on the we go to different countries. We only get to sightsee like on the last day.
Okay.
Like, we'll go on like a big old travel bus, the whole team, and we'll go around probably for like 4 or 5 hours, and we'll look at a few different things. But as we're over there, like the whole time we're out there for like 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, a month. We really don't. We just sit in a hotel all day, bro. If we're not training, we're just relaxing. You know what I mean? Getting ready for the fight. We really don't get to experience anything like that, bro.
So Russia, how is that? Like, how is Russia? 'Cause I've heard
it was
mixed
cold, bro. It was really cold. I feel like all the buildings over there, out there, like the part I was staying. What part was I staying in again? I think it was was it St. Petersburg? St. Petersburg, Russia? I think it was over there.
St. Petersburg.
I think it was that one, if I'm not mistaken.
And just so everyone knows, Mama Martinez, right? Is it Mama Martinez? Miss
Patron.
Martinez? Huh?
Miss Patron.
Patron. Miss
Yeah.
Patron. Yeah, it's right there. Sorry.
Yeah.
She's right there. So
Yeah.
she's our information guide.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot, man. But yeah.
Yeah. So Russia, Kazakhstan. What's there in Kazakhstan? Did you get to see sightsee anything in Kazakhstan or Russia?
In Kazakhstan, we went to well, in Russia, remember, like I was telling you, Russia, the buildings over there, bro, they're
Yeah.
like all old. I feel like it was really depressing out there, bro. Like, I felt like it was depressing out there. Like, I didn't like Russia at all.
Yeah.
It was blizzards too, bro. Like, I wake up and we look out the hotel and there's like this much freaking snow outside.
Wow.
Like, it's like literally stacked. You can't even see the bushes or anything because that's how high the snow will be stacked and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In Kazakhstan, it was pretty nice too. We went to like one of the biggest malls out there in Asia, or one of
Yeah.
the biggest malls out there in Asia. It was pretty nice. It was like four stories high and stuff.
Mhm.
It was just crazy. There's even like some parts where there's a car driving in there and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
there's
pretty
like,
cool.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Drive-through mall.
Yeah, there's like a certain little section. Yeah,
So you then Germany, right? How's Germany?
that was my favorite by far, dude. It's a little hot in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I
We
feel
be
the- I feel the
hotboxing in
sweat.
here. Heat.
Yeah, you can feel the sweat. Like I
Yeah.
was talking.
No,
I'm
dude,
sweating.
that's how it is. That's why I'm glad you got water.
Right.
So go ahead.
But yeah, in Germany, that's by far my favorite part. I went to Halle, that part in Germany. It's beautiful out there, bro. All green, all like, you could smell. It smells so fresh out there. All the trees. We're staying over there when we were in Germany. We're at one of their training camps, like one of their Olympic training centers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it was beautiful over there. Like their track, it was next to a lake, and it was just. Even the weather, bro, was just like cloudy all the time, not really so hot. Like it would probably be like around 80s, 70s. It was beautiful out there. Like
Yeah.
honestly, if I could go, I'd like to move out there. Honestly,
In Germany.
yeah, I
Wow.
would like to live out there, bro. It's
Is-
nice. Like probably when I retire, I would like to go out there to Germany, man. It's
Did
nice.
you get to learn a little German, or what's a favorite? And also,
I didn't learn no words, but they
No?
you know when you're out there, bro, they don't got on the highways, on the freeways, they don't got a speed limit.
Really? So you
The
just
dude, yeah, the dude that picked me up the first day picked me up in a van. And this dude was hitting like 80, 90 miles, bro. And I'm just like, what's going on, bro? I'm holding on. And my other coach is just like looking at me holding on too on the Team USA. And we're just like, what the hell? And this dude's like even hitting like the corner, still going like 60, 70. I'm like, God damn, like these people. But there's not even, like the crash rate out there is low. It's even lower
Yeah.
out here than United States. But yeah, they don't got a speed limit out there, bro.
yeah, that's
They
funny.
be all driving crazy out there, man.
Yeah. So you, what was a favorite German dish that you had, and also what was like you said Germany was your favorite part, right? What was one moment you had in Germany that was you'll never forget?
I remember I'm not on Team USA no more, so I remember when we was on Team USA, they was acting messed up, bro.
Yeah.
With you know Mark Castro,
Yeah.
one of my friends. Well, I remember when we were out there in Germany. We had so many hotels out there. His mom ended up going out there too, right, to watch him fight. And while she's out there, the people out for her hotel, they weren't letting her stay an extra night or something. They were giving her a hard time, so she wasn't able to stay at that hotel where she's at. And again, mind you, we're all the way in a different country. You know what I mean? Team USA, we had like 12 rooms, and there was like 2 rooms we weren't using. So we had asked them at the time, me and Mark, because his mom wasn't she had nowhere to stay at the time. They were being ugly, bro. They didn't want to give up no extra rooms. You know what I mean? They were just being so ugly. And I remember I was trying to offer up my room to Mark Castro and them for his mom, and they just didn't want to take it, bro. They didn't
Yeah.
want to take it. They're just like still trying to figure out a different way. But eventually, we ended up walking Mark's mom from the hotel she got kicked out of, all the way to our hotel. You know what I mean? It was late at night, probably like 10 p.m., 10, 11 p.m. And we're like, dude, we're on a phone using GPS, walking throughout Germany. You know what I mean? Getting back to the to our hotel where we're staying at. That's like 2 miles away too, bro. So it was just a big old mess out there with Team USA, like not trying to help out there, just being ugly and you know what I mean, not understanding. You know what I mean? Like his mom's out there. She's a lady herself. You know what I mean? You're not trying to help. You know what I mean? Have a place for her to stay out there. But yeah, I remember that part. You know what I mean? Just always trying to
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome
yeah.
for you. You're trying to give up your room to Mark Castro's mom, man. I'm sure he probably
Yeah, yeah.
appreciates that about you. You know,
Yeah, that's
like
my boy right there, bro. Like we're real close too.
you still talk to him.
I haven't kept up with him like probably within a couple months.
Hmm.
But yeah, I keep up with my other friend Tiger.
Hmm.
We play the game all the time together.
What do you guys play?
We be playing Warzone.
Okay.
Either Warzone or some GTA. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about a little bit more about that, man. The camaraderie that you got from Team USA, man. How was that experience to be with these elite amateurs, and then now you guys are pros? Like, talk to me
Honestly,
about
like,
that.
yeah, like we built like a brotherhood, bro. Like they're more than just like, cause again, when we're staying out there, we weren't just like that's like those are like when we were out there in Colorado, we didn't have our family out there, so that was kind of like our brothers, you know what I mean, like our own little family. And I ended up building a good connection out there with them, you know what I mean, a really good connection. I still keep up with a few of them. We video chat here and there. Sometimes we even go to a different state just to chill. Like we went out to Houston just to me and Tiger and my other friend Q. He was the team captain, and we just went over there just to chill over there, bro. Just nothing else, not even to train, just to link up again.
That's
You know
cool,
what I mean?
man.
We haven't seen each other in a minute. We're all from different states, all scattered around from the country. You know what I mean? My best friend's all the way out there in freaking Ohio. I'm in Arizona. Then we got a friend in Houston. So sometimes we all just link up and we'll just chill together still. You know
That's
what I mean?
cool, man, and that's something that as you grow and you get older, man, that's always gonna be there. When you guys are like 40, 50, right? You're like, hey, man, Team USA now, you know,
Yeah.
amateur, pro career. So now let's talk about you're a pro now, right? You're 3-0. I wasn't able to see your first fight. Talk to me about your emotions on your first fight. How did you feel turning pro and then actually being in the ring, no headgear, fans? You know, you're a pro, right?
Right.
You're a professional boxer, just like professional basketball players, golfers, football players.
Right.
How does that feel? Like,
Turning. Honestly, I mean, it was like a dream come true. Like even though like I'd done so much in the amateurs, this is something I always wanted to do was turn pro. You know what I mean? Just to fight on a big stage like that, bro. It was nice. It was beautiful. I just remember I wasn't as excited for my first one because I kept on every time I was getting ready for a pro debut, something kept happening, bro. Like a fight would get canceled or opponent was sick or something. So like at the time when I was fighting, it was kind of like I don't know if it was real or not. You know what I mean? Not like that, but like I don't know. It just kind of took all the excitement away after a while. But then
Yeah.
while I was finally gloving up, putting on everything,
Yeah.
doing mitts, I got that excitement back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just started like remembering that old feeling that I used to get all the time when I was a kid. Before like, I remember every time going to the amateur fights when I was a kid, and they always have like the trophies all over along the ring and stuff.
yeah,
And I remember every time before I go to the fights, I'll just look at the trophies and that feeling I would get looking at the trophies, like that's how bad I wanted to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I went over there, when I started putting on my gloves and doing mitts and just looked outside real quick and seen all the crowd. I got that feeling again where I was just like, I was pumped. You know what I mean? This is what I wanted. This is what I love. You know what I mean?
yeah. And so your coach is Mendoza, Coach Mendoza, right? And he's been with you, I mean, since your amateur
Yeah,
days,
after,
right?
So after I had left Cuerdas, I went to Fuentes, and that's when I went with him. I like 9 years old. And ever since from there, yeah, he's been training me.
Yeah, and so, I mean, talk to about your relationship with him, man. Like, how close is it?
We're real close, bro. He's not just like a coach, you know what I mean? He's like another dad, like a brother, you know what I mean? Like he's always been there for me, bro. We sometimes when we're not boxing, he'll pick me up randomly. We go like fishing or doing random things. He'll take me out to Mexico with him or something. Like we're real close, dude. We could talk about anything or.
Yeah, I mean, I met him here. Obviously, I haven't got to talk to him a little bit because he's always training. He's always training
Yeah.
kids, pros. So it's cool that he. I mean, I'm kind of getting to know him a little bit from you. That he's that type of person. You know what I mean? He's just like down to earth, picks you up. You know,
Yeah.
takes you to eat or
Yeah,
Mexico.
he's real cool like that, bro. Yeah, he's real cool like that.
So you guys, how did you and him end up here in Old School?
I really don't remember how that went. I just remember my coach started coming here, and we got our we had like so many different kids, and I just remember we all just started training here. I really don't remember how that went about, to be honest. Yeah.
But talk about the gym, man, because this gym has a really good culture,
Yeah,
right?
they got a lot of good pro fighters in here, dude. A lot of, there's good work in here. Everybody's every time you come in here, bro, there's not one person you don't see grinding, bro. Every time you walk into this gym, everybody's working. They got to fight. Somebody got to fight coming up. You know what I mean? There's always somebody. There'll be somebody fighting. Got to fight within a month, and then another fighter gets another fight within 2 weeks later. You know what I mean? It's a good ass gym. I like this gym. I love this gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like how when you're seeing everybody train hard, you want to train harder than them. Like you want to train just as hard as them. It's like how do you say it? Motivation.
Yep.
Just seeing them grind, it motivates you yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep, and it's kind of like it influences you,
Yeah.
right? You're just like, everyone's doing it. I can't be the one that's slacking.
Yeah.
So, and every time I do come in here and I see you train, man, you're always working too. And I've seen on Instagram, man, you've been training.
Yeah.
You've been training. And I know you're a dad, man. So talk to me how that works out with you and as a pro boxer, because you have 2 kids, right? And you have every excuse to say, I'm a dad. I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Get a 9 to 5, provide, do what regular people are doing, right?
Yeah.
But you're a pro boxer. You work too, right?
Side jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
Side
Okay,
jobs,
so
yeah.
you work part time, and then you're a full time dad.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to me. How do you make that work?
I mean, simple, bro. My free time, I give it to my babies, bro. I rather, if on my free times, I'd rather spend it with my kids, nothing else, man. I love my kids. We do everything and anything, man. I'm telling you, just from dancing in the room to going to the parks to other little things like that. But yeah, like I'm saying, I train probably like 3 times a day. When I go run in the morning, sometimes when I run like at 5, 6 in the morning, I'll bring my babies with me. She loves the mountain. Like as I'm running up the mountain, up South Mountain, she's sitting in the back seat watching me run all the way 5, 6 miles up, and she loves it, bro. She loves watching me fight too. She was just asking me too, like we were watching the fights yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were watching them.
Yeah. What's his name? Bam.
Yeah.
Paul, right?
Yeah. When he was fighting yesterday, my daughter was all like, "Daddy, when are you gonna fight again?" Like she's excited about it herself, dude. She loves coming to my fights. But I just took her to my last one out there in Preta, and as she's getting older, she's understanding a lot more. I took her to my other fights in the amateurs too when she was smaller, but she really didn't understand it. For the last one I took her to, this is the first pro fight I took her to, and it was my 3rd one. But she loved it, dude. She loved seeing me getting in the ring, working around. She was cheering, "Go, Daddy! Yeah, Daddy,
Yeah.
you did it, Daddy! You knocked him out," raising her hands and stuff. Yeah. She's starting to understand a lot more.
Yeah. How does that feel, man? Like, because now you got a lot of people feel like kids coming
Slow
up
you
as a
down.
pro, slow you down, and like, it's negative. But
Nah,
I mean,
it
how would you
pushes
counter
me.
that? How would you counter that?
Nah, far from that, bro. Like, honestly, bro, how can't you not want to push harder for your kids? You know, you see those beautiful faces. You're going to tell me you don't want to put in that harder work? You're going to tell me you don't want to bust your ass off for them? You're crazy, you know what I mean? I want to give my kids the world, you know what I mean? I brought them in this world, so I got to give them the world, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
And you got 2. You got a 4-year-old?
She's going to be 4 in September.
Okay,
and then
so
I
you got a
1-year-old.
3-year-old and a 1-year-old, man. So you got 2.
Yeah.
Both girls.
Yeah, both
Just like
girls.
me, man. Girl dad.
Love it.
So, has having 2 girls kind of, changed you a little bit when it
It
comes
did.
down to like a
As-
little bit more sensitive? Because that's
Yeah.
what it did to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more sensitive.
Because, like, before, like, everybody would say, like, I look like a, always angry, a tough ass,
Yeah.
or this and that. But, like, my kids, they brought out, like, I don't know how to say it, not soft side, but, like,
Yeah.
I don't
more
know, another
sensitive side.
yeah.
Yeah, more sensitive
Like,
side.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And they taught me how to be calm. They taught me other little things. They taught me a lot, bro. My
Yeah.
kids taught me, they really matured me up a lot more, too. They really did.
And you're how old are you?
24.
So you're 24, man. You're still young. You have 2 kids.
I was still taking my baby, my first baby too, out there to my tournaments and amateurs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was taking them out there to, took them out to Utah. I took her out to Utah. I took her out to Ohio. I took her out to a few tournaments, bro. A few boxing tournaments. You know what I mean? I'm still winning those tournaments. People are
Yeah.
trying to say like, "Oh, that's gonna slow you." This, nah, man. I was pushing hard. I was grinding hard. I'm taking my babies to those tournaments. You know what I mean? People are like, "You're gonna get distracted in that." Nah, I'm gonna be distracted knowing my baby ain't around me. This and that.
Yeah.
She ain't being washed at her full potential. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Man, you sound like a great father, man. Because a lot of people would say, okay, I'm gonna leave my kid,
Yeah.
go do these tournaments. Now you brought him with you.
You can, as he, man, sometimes I'll be bringing my babies to the gym sometimes.
Yeah?
They're just chilling here, bro, watching me train and stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. That's
They
cool,
just
man.
sitting on the couch, watching me train, doing everything. Sometimes I'll bring them in the ring just to, you know what I mean? I want my kids to get, my daughters to box too, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping when they turn 8, you know what I mean, take them out to some of those tournaments. But my baby's too, like,
Yeah.
too sensitive.
Yeah.
She's like her mom, really, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, just really, like, sensitive, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I don't think she's going to want to fight. I think my youngest one is probably going to want to. She's
Yeah,
really
she's a little bit more rough.
aggressive, Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other one's like, nah, she's not a fighter at all.
So when did you, after becoming a father, and after your pro fights, when did you actually make the decision that, hey, I'm gonna do this like full time, with all those things, you know, that you had, being a father, like when did you make that decision?
Honestly, though, like, I've been made that decision when I was young, before I
Yeah.
even was a father. Like, this was going to be full-time. I mean, like, honestly, I remember when I was 13 saying, like, this is going to be my job. This is my career. Well, it is my job. You know what I mean? I kind of made up my mind what I wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
By the time I was, like, 13, 14 years old, like, this is what I want to do. This is going to be my career. This is going to be my job. This is what I'm going to live off of. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
This is what I always wanted as
So
a kid.
who's your favorite fighter, man? Like
I had a few.
all time.
I had a few. I like Fernando Whitaker, Roy Jones. I liked the Manny Pacquiao's offense.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up to a few people. You know what I mean? But I say, like, probably my all-time favorite is probably, like, maybe Roy Jones. Maybe
Roy
Roy
Jones?
Yeah.
How would you describe your fighting style?
I literally try to mimic him all the way.
Yeah?
Like, that's how I always looked up. I watch all his highlight videos. I would even listen to his music. He rap. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I was a big fan of him when I was a kid. But yeah, like, I remember actually going to one of his tournaments too. Like, his first tournament he threw. I honestly just went to it because he was throwing it. You know what I mean? I think I was like 18 at the time, 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was literally that tournament got packed. You know what I mean? Because it was the first one, so a lot of people went to that one. But I was the last fight, bro. And there was like 60, 50 fights going on that first day, bro. But I remember I ran into Roy Jones, and you know what I mean? He was like, hey, man, what fight are you? And I was like tripping, like, down. Maybe he's just talking to me probably because I got like Team USA on or something, or what it was. But he was like, yeah, I know about you. I heard about you, this and that. And he was like, I want to come back to watch you. So I was just tripping out, like, damn, like, this dude's about to leave his fights, and they're going to come later on just to watch me fight again. Thought that was dope. And yeah, he came after with his friends and stuff, and he was just watching me fight. And I was trying to do a couple of his moves, and you can see, you know what I mean, he was watching me, so I was just trying to do a couple of his moves and stuff. And it was nice. Yeah, I won that tournament, and I went to that tournament actually at 123 pounds. I didn't want to go at 115 or 114. That's what I usually fight at. And I was only weighing 118 though, or 119, and I went to that tournament at a 123 or 125. I forgot what it was, but yeah, I'm telling you, bro. It's because I was so confident at the time, bro. I'm telling you, it's like, I remember my mom was like, "You're not gonna go down to 114," and I was only weighing like 118 or something like that. I was like, nah. I was like, I just want to chill. I want to be a fat ass for this one. Like, I want to grub. I want to eat. I want to chillax. I'm like, we're about to go meet Roy Jones. I'm like, this is something that, you know what I mean? This is like a little vacation thing to me. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. You know what I mean? This was like a little, we was really going out to Vegas. But like, I was happy we're going out there to visit, but not just that. Like, we're just going we're going to a tournament for fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we
Not
won
to
that
win,
tournament.
and you won.
Yeah, well, obviously, every tournament you go to win. But honestly, I kind of went more just for fun. I was bored, bro. I went at 123 and won it, yeah.
So that's pretty awesome, man, that you met Roy Jones, kind of one of your idols, and he actually saw you fight, man.
He came to both of my fights because it was a 2-day tournament. So he watched my first one, and then he came the next day to watch me, too. Yeah, he was excited to watch me the next one. Then he signed my bout and all that. And
Did he give you any advice?
No, he didn't. You know, he was just saying just to keep it up, keep doing what I'm doing, that I was gonna be somebody. You know what I mean? And yeah,
how's that? How do those words sit with you?
I mean, it's crazy.
You're gonna
because
be
that's
somebody.
Your idol.
Roy Jones just told you that.
It's because like that's someone I looked up to. You know what I mean? My idol. That's someone I watched on the TV, and then you get to meet him. Like, he's what started. Like, one of the reasons what kind of kept me in boxing too. So, you know what I mean? Because he's what motivated me. And just to know, like, you finally get to meet them. You get to meet someone that you looked up to, your idol, and not just that, but they're telling, like, coming back to watch you fight, and they're giving you, like, shit like that, talking about you're going to beat somebody. Bro, that means the world. That means a lot, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? How many people get to say they get to meet their idol, or, you know what I mean, and they give them some words like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so that's awesome, man. And see, I love getting to know any of this because not a lot of people, Arizona boxing fans, Arizona boxers don't know this, right? And if they do, like, they're not talking about it. So I'm glad that you're able to I'm able to give you a platform for you to even talk about that, because that's all cool, man. I didn't know you had that experience from when you started doing boxing at like early age to 24, man. Like, you lived life, man.
Yeah, I was
a boxer's life.
Yeah, for real. I was ranked from like 15 years old to like 21, number one in the country. I was ranked number one in the country from then. And even though like I wasn't I just think like, what was it, last year? They did like some thingies from 2017. I think it was like the most wins and like the most highest percentage on winning in tournaments. They still put me in, and I haven't been in no tournaments in a minute. That's why I have posted it like on my Instagram too, like, and they just got me right there with all the greats, the other greats, you know, that did something in amateur and that are somebody now. I'm on that same list with them and stuff. Like, it's pretty dope, you know what I mean? It's to see like my name still staying right there, like from those tournaments. You know what I mean? I left a little mark. You know what I mean? It's dope. I love that.
Yeah.
Really
So.
love that.
Damn, that's crazy, man. I did not know that. I'm gonna have to look at that list and see who
Yeah,
else
it's on
is
my
in there.
Instagram. Yeah, you'll see a lot of names in there, bro.
Yeah,
You'll
you know,
see a lot of
let me look it up because I'm curious. Yeah, let me look it up because I'm
Yeah, it's on my
curious, man. Just so when people are watching this, okay, right here, I see it. So division, where are you? You are.
I'm on like.
Okay.
I can show you.
Name a couple names. Name a couple names that are right there by you that are recognizable.
You can see Mark Castro,
Mark
Otto
Castro.
Jones, Ray Robinson, Richard Torres. You know what I mean? Look, there's Cam Awesome. You know Cam Awesome?
No, I actually don't.
Yeah, he's supposed to do. He was supposed to go to Olympics and stuff, but I don't know the full story on all that.
Yeah.
There's Floyd Diaz, Angel Martinez, Tristan. Look at all those names. That's just from, and that's the USA Boxing Amateur Tournaments Boxers since 2017, sorted by winning percentages. And so that's one list, and then here's the other list where it says sorted by most wins. You know what I mean? And then there's others. The list changed, but I'm still on there. You know what I mean? Right here, Fernando Martinez, and you see Mark Castro on there again. You see Floyd Diaz all the way at the top. You see fucking Raheem.
Cashflow, is that Floyd Cashflow Diaz?
Floyd Diaz, the one right now with top rank right now.
Yeah, I think his nickname's Cashflow, right?
Yeah.
Cashflow.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just
good.
fought.
He's good, bro.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. Who else do you see on there? Look, there's Delante Johnson, my friend Richard. There's a few good names on here, bro.
But see,
there's a lot. Bruce Carrington. There's a lot, and that's from most wins since 2017,
And I'm still on it. It's like 2022 now, and that's people from with the most winnages from 2017, and I'm still on those lists. Like, it's crazy.
Man, I can't even imagine, right? Like, I've talked to Adrian Rodriguez. He's had a great amateur career. I've talked to even the Velasquez, and just as I meet every different boxer and I hear their story, man, everyone's different. Like, your story's so different from what I've heard. Like, you went to Russia, you went to Germany, man. You're part of Team USA for a while, right?
Yeah.
And boom, and then you're a dad. You're doing all this. You have a lot going on in your life, man. And I'm just glad I'm able to freaking sit here and talk to you, man.
Yeah,
So,
hey, man, I'm happy you got me on here. You know, getting to let people know who I am, and you know.
No, but you know what? I want to say this before even I forget, right? Because questions just keep popping up in my head, and I forget questions. Man, I appreciate you even wanting to come talk to me because I hear you're kind of a closed book. You know, that's just what I hear. That you don't really like to give interviews or anything like that.
No, it's not really that. I just, bro, I'm telling you, man. It's just like I be so busy, bro. Like I'm telling you, like every single day, bro. Like even as my days, like I have my days planned out, my week planned out. I still get more stuff thrown on top of me that same day. So I'm like, I'm just so busy all the time, bro. But yeah, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Like, staying in contact with me if I can do this interview. You know?
Yeah, man, I'm just want to do it, man. I don't know, it's my hobby.
I love it, man.
Okay, so you're fighting August 12th. Do you know where?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Prescott.
Okay, Prescott. Yeah, I forgot about
And
that.
it's gonna be at the Toyota Stadium.
Okay,
Toyota
that's where the
Stadium,
Phoenix
so-
Suns, the Phoenix Suns.
Mercury's or something like
Yeah,
that. So, I
they're
think so.
where
huh?
they where they have their G League. I
Okay,
think
yeah.
so. I remember. I think I was there at the stadium. It's a little big, small stadium in the
Mm-hmm.
center of it. So, what's going on with any of your sponsorships? Right? Do you have a good line of sponsorships already with you, or are you
Yeah.
looking for sponsors?
Yeah. I do have like 3 sponsors right now that's been with me since like the amateurs and
Mm-hmm.
day stay, but we are looking for more sponsors right now. But yeah, I have 3 good sponsors.
And what are they?
We got Spaltech. Then we got Nicholas Bujak. He's an OBGYN. He's been helping me out since I was like 18 years old, 19 years old. Real cool dude. And we got La Pantera. I can't even say it right.
La Pantera?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been helping me out. That's their own little paint shop and stuff. They've been helping me out since I was a kid too. But,
And then you're, I think you said 3,
That was
right?
3.
That was
That was
3?
3, yeah.
Okay. So, and the reason why I'm saying this is because if anyone's watching this, any business is watching this, Fernando Martinez is looking for sponsors. I want you to get as much sponsors because
Appreciate
I
that, man.
believe the more sponsors you have, the less you have to worry when it comes down to your bills.
Yeah, because I have to worry about like driving A, B to C all day. So like when I do strength and conditioning, I gotta go all the way up in Gilbert. Then when I come from boxing, I gotta come all the way up here to 27th Avenue in school. You know what I mean? I'm in the East Valley, so like, you gotta keep up with the gas prices. Then you gotta pay your conditioning. Then you gotta pay your boxing. Then you gotta keep up with your equipment, bro. It's expensive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even like with just your boxing outfits and
Where do you go in Gilbert to get your strength and
with
conditioning?
Coach Eddie and them.
Coach
with Jake.
Ochoa?
Mhm.
Oh man, you train with them? Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I
I be
know
doing
Eddie
good- I
Ochoa.
be doing, when
I didn't know
be-
he's here. I thought he was in Nevada, or I didn't know he was over here.
Yeah, he stays out here.
thought
Up
he
in
moved.
Gilbert. No, he's
No?
up here in Gilbert. So when I get ready for my boxing fights, my pro fights, I go to them for my conditioning and stuff. Real good. Jake.
Yep.
He works me good.
Yeah.
He's a good conditioning coach.
Yeah. So does Coach Eddie still have that gym in Gilbert, downtown Gilbert, in that
Um,
plaza, or did he move?
No, he moved that plaza. He's at a different spot right now. It's even bigger.
Mhm.
Yeah, he even got a bigger spot. I haven't
I'm gonna
been
have
to
to check
his
it
new
out.
spot yet, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out because, like I said, I still remember when he was opening, when he had that gym in downtown Gilbert in that little plaza that was kind of like an L shape.
Yeah.
And it was in the corner right there.
That's why when I first started off
Yeah.
with him too. Yeah, doing
Yeah, he's
conditioning.
real good people, man. I'm glad that you're with him because he knows
Good
what he's doing, man.
conditioning, yeah.
And then Jake too, man. I mean, he's doing it with Jesus Ibarra, and then a couple other fighters, man. And I didn't know he had you in the stable, so
Yeah.
that's why you're always in shape, my man.
Yeah, and then well, I don't know if you know who Coach Goose is. He's represented Team USA for a minute. He went to 3 Olympics with them and everything. He's finally living out here in Arizona too, about 2-3 years ago, and now he's coaching me too with Coach Kwan. You know what I mean? So like he comes to like 2-3 days out of the week, and he keeps me in shape. He trains me too. So my team's only getting stronger and better, bro. Like if y'all really thought like. A lot of people really think they saw something from my first 3 fights. They really haven't, bro. Like my whole training, my whole style, and everything's changing up, bro. I got Coach Guzman really tuning me up. Bro, I'm so confident with the team I got right now. We're ready to take on anybody right now. 115. We're ready.
So let's talk about your plans for the future in this pro boxing, man. Obviously, you want to be world champion.
I actually want to move down to 112, bro.
Okay. 112. So
Yeah.
because you're fighting at
115.
115 right now.
I know I can make 112, bro. I walk around at 120, 121. So I'm making 115 easily. But I actually want to go down to 112 and try to become a champ at WBC champ at 112. Then move to 115 and become a WBC champ. And then go to 118, so I could be like a 3-time. You know what I mean?
Wow, that'd be crazy.
That's my goal for the pros now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one thing I didn't ask for you earlier in this interview is where did you grow up in? Like, what part of town?
Well, I was born in the South, but yeah, once we left the South side of Phoenix, once I was like 8 years old, then we came to the east side of Phoenix, and pretty much from there, yeah, I was raised on the east side of Phoenix. I don't like how that sounds, but yeah.
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 Yeah, because there's not really an east side of the Phoenix, right? But I
Yeah.
know we were talking about closer to Tempe. Right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah, I guess,
Yeah.
something like that.
Because whenever I talk about Phoenix too. I'm like, oh, like when you say the east side, you're really in the south side of Phoenix, right? Because it's closer
kinda,
to
yeah.
because Mesa's in east. That's where I stay at in Mesa.
Okay.
So, no, that's cool, man. And the reason why I say that is because we need more Arizona boxers, right, to rep Arizona, man. And I feel like you're one of them. We got a lot of them here in Arizona coming
A lot
up,
of good
man.
boxers, yeah.
A lot of good
a lot
boxers,
of good pro
bro.
boxers, yeah.
So, and I really believe that you're one of them.
Thank you, man.
And so, it's awesome to see that you have this plan. Like, you want to go to 112, you want to be a 3-division champ.
Yeah.
Because boxing in Arizona is longing for that Arizona champion. Like, we have David Benavidez, right? We
Right.
have him.
Right.
We also had Jose Benavidez, right, Jr.
Mm-hmm.
But for
Then we got
some
the
reason,
Ramoses.
yeah, and the Ramoses, right? And Mono's coming up, man.
Yeah.
He's just freaking.
Yeah.
I think he's just a couple fights away, and he's gonna just become a world champion, right? But I just feel like the more champions Arizona has, the days that people talk about where Arizona was like this mecca. People came here to train. People came here for sparring. That's what I want, man. Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to California to interview fighters. I don't want to go to Vegas. I want fights to happen here. I want fighters to come here so I could catch them, man.
Yeah.
So you having that game plan, I feel like you don't even know, but you're gonna influence that by completing your plan or your game plan, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
So
that. Yeah, even I'm telling you, bro, even in old school boxing gym, there's a lot of girl pro. Like, you don't even got to leave out of state. Like, there's some good work in here, bro. Like,
yeah. No, yeah, definitely, man. We got Charlie. You guys got Charlie, you got Brian. You know how good they are. Have you sparred
good.
Brian?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how was that work, man? Was it good?
Honestly, bro, like, that's all I used to spar. Me and him were really good sparring partners. He'll get me ready for my tournaments, and I'll get him ready for his tournaments. You know what I mean? He's real good work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he sparred Chocolatito. You know, he knows what he's doing because he sparred some greats, man. Chocolatito in his prime, bro. He sparred him. We got Checo, man, and Checo's just a freaking little baby Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, yeah, he is.
So,
tank, huh?
yeah, a little tank. Just looks like a little tank. So,
Yeah,
so,
some good fighters,
dude,
man.
talk to me about, man, what you think about Heath, man, because I like to give him a shout out because people don't know, but he's doing so much for the boxing community here.
Yeah, really.
Not just for pros, amateurs, going to these elementary schools, talking to some colleges to try and get more exposure.
Yeah, like GCU, and then there's other little classes that come in. But yeah, Coach He's a real cool dude, man. I really appreciate him a lot. You know what I mean? Just don't matter. I could message him on that day and be like, hey, Coach Heath, or hey, I hit him up with Boss. I always call him Boss. But I'd be like, hey, Boss, can I come through at 12? And I'll hit him within like an hour or two notice and be like, yeah, it's cool. And he'll open up for me. Like, I really appreciate that a lot, bro. He shows mad love, and you know what I mean? I got mad love for him for that. You know what I mean? It's cool.
No.
He's a real cool dude, bro.
Yeah, and
Real
you know
cool.
what? That's kind of like my interviews, right? Like, hey, Heath, can I do an interview Saturday? I'm like, part of me is like, man, I don't know if he has a birthday party or anything going on, man. I feel bad for even asking him. And then, if he says no, I'm totally okay with him saying no.
same,
But
yeah.
he's always available.
Always open, yeah. He's a real
Always
cool dude.
available, man.
No, doesn't give me no trouble.
Do you have a
about it,
life,
yeah.
Heath?
Yeah, yeah. Real cool
So,
dude.
that's pretty cool, man. And like I said, I really like this gym a lot. And like I said, my goal from what I'm doing, like I said, this is just my hobby, man. I like to talk to fighters. It's the way I stay in the sport for Arizona boxing, right? To get fighters like you, give them exposure to the fans that are watching this, right? Now, before we go, man, is there anything you want to know? You want to let people know for Arizona boxers and just boxers in general in the United States that are doubting you, because I feel like there's doubt in
Yeah,
your
a lot.
career, right? People hate,
Yeah.
right? People hate. People
Well,
hate.
If they ain't hating, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, and let's talk about what they're hating, man. They're hating because they don't like you. Also, you're part of Sweet Science, right?
Yeah.
Why is he signed with Sweet Science?
Yeah, they
you
hate
know,
that.
they
You know what I mean?
they
And
hate
it's-
that.
It sounds crazy, bro, but why? Is the reason why they're the only people willing to help me, bro. Everybody else is talking about, all these other promotions out here are talking about, well, if you want to be on my card, you got to sign with me. And talk about sign with like 3 years, 5 years, and this and that. And Sweet Science was like, you could hop on my card, this and that. So like, and then they just started giving me like all this other like extra love, bro, and showing love and doing for me. And setting me up with all these other fights, and bro, they was really helping me out a lot with my pro career. I really appreciate Sweet Science a lot, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like they was the only promotion really trying to help me out here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're taking me out to Mexico to go get a fight in, like, you know, other ones you gotta only be out here in Arizona. Like, they're taking me different places. They're doing for me, bro. They did a lot for me. You know what I mean? A lot of other promotions wouldn't have done for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? Like I said, the reason why I bring that up is because, like I said, I hear things, right? And I hear the hate, and that's part of, like, my position, right? You hear all points of views, right? And that's why I think people respect me, because I'm like, I don't get involved with the drama. I just hear it, right? I just hear it. And that's what I've heard, man, like, you know, about Sweet Science and you and stuff like that. And to me, I'm just like, Sweet Science, man, they've always, to me, respected me, treated me well.
Right.
Like, they signed you. Why are people hating that they signed you? They should,
Doesn't matter.
You know,
right?
They
like,
have
y'all
you.
go
They
about
have
your way,
yeah.
right?
They have you. That's cool. You know what I mean? They're a promotional company. That's what they're supposed to do. And if you're happy, you're happy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what. I mean.
People, bro, they literally don't want. I can't go on a few cards out here. Like, these promotions don't let me go on their card because I was signed with C Science. Literally,
Yeah.
like, they didn't even want to talk to me. Talk about, oh, you could talk to me after you're done. When your contract's done with them. Like, bro, it ain't even all serious like that. Like, where's the beef at? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. In my opinion, these should. I'm just gonna name them: Iron Boy, Del Sol. These should give you a chance, man.
Yeah.
You know why? And who cares if you're signed with Sweet Science? Because Sweet Science, man, they're kind of. I would say they're. Would you consider them your promotion or your management?
See, well, my contract barely ended up with them last month, but still, even though I'm not re-signed with them, they're still helping me get onto their cars. They're still giving me like all these other opportunities and this and that, and you know what I mean. They're still showing mad love that other promotions wouldn't do.
Yeah. And you know what? Like I said, to me, that's a shame. I hope that the promotional companies like Del Sol or Iron Boy, you know, kind of. I think if they have you in their card, first off, you're gonna bring people. You're gonna bring people, and that's what they need.
most
Ticket
definitely.
sales, right? And I'm sure they could figure something out for whatever's going on, right, with the paperwork and business part to have you on their card, because it would be cool.
Science is cool with it, bro. They're like, yeah, if another show promoter wants you to go on a card, you're cool to go on and fight another card.
Yeah.
You're bettering yourself. I'm trying to get my fighters better. See, and other promoters, they ain't too much worried about making their fighters or protecting them, or, you know what I mean, trying to, you know, what you're supposed to do as a promoter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not doing their jobs like C Science is doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and so, you know, I'm happy that you're happy there. I'm happy that, you know, you feel comfortable. I hope the Arizona Box community, I mean, the promotional companies, put you on their card, because I feel like Arizona needs to see you fight.
Yeah.
Homegrown fans, because you're homegrown fighter. These fans from Arizona need to see you fight so that you get a following, so that they're like, hey, I want to see Fernando Martinez, this Team USA, went to all these places. You know, I just saw the podcast. I want to see him fight. He's pretty good, man. He was #1 in the nation at one point. I
For
hope
consecutive years, bro.
yeah, I hope, man, these, you know, whether it be
Hopefully,
Heat,
man.
whether it be Iron Boy or Del Sol, man, kind of like says, okay, man, let's put whatever they have
Doesn't
issues.
hurt,
Yeah,
to have an extra slot open and just
Yep.
let me hop in the card. Yeah.
exactly. So that's cool, man. Like I said, before we go, do you have anything to say to anybody? You know, maybe your kids watching this when you're like 55 years old.
Nah, I mean, I just really appreciate you a lot, bro, for letting me come on here, letting all the fans know who I am, and you know what I mean, just letting me get to share some of my stories, and you know what I mean, you're a real cool dude. I appreciate you, man.
No, man, thank you. And before we go, I want to say something to maybe motivate you, man, is please don't stop fighting. I always say this to fighters, man. Your goal is to fight 3 to 4 times a year, but at one point you're going to have to make a decision, and maybe that decision will be based off how many sponsors you have. That every great fighter in Arizona that's gone somewhere, whether it be Keenan, whether it be Carlos Castro, whether it be David or Jose, has fought 6 to maybe 7 times in a year. That's almost like every other month, right?
Right.
I know you got to make that choice, right? Like I said, I just keep fighting. That's all you got to do. You have the talent.
Yeah, most
Even
definitely.
if you don't have talent, even if you're just a hard worker, right? If you're just a fighter that's a hard worker, if you fight 3 to 4 times every month, you're gonna get to your goal.
Right.
Perfect example, Keenan. I'm gonna be honest with Keenan. Didn't fight too good, like didn't fought like D level fighters, right? But what did he do? He kept fighting, kept fighting. Boom, he got his choice with Leo Santa Cruz. Could have beat him if he would have fought better fighters, in my opinion, before him. But he got paid. It's public information. I searched it up. He got paid $250. $250, right? So
nice
now,
pay.
so now he's at that level. All right, maybe the less he'll take is $100K, right? It's $100K, right? Like now he's at that
I'm
level.
not
So
gonna speak so much, but homie got another opportunity too. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So he's getting his callings too.
Yep.
They want him back up there. So
so see, boom, consistency. Even though you could say whatever he did before Leo Santa Cruz, his fighters, he was consistent, got his opportunity, and now he's at a price point to where he could fight 2 times in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the podcast for this long. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to All Around Boxing TV on YouTube. I want to say thank you to Heath Curley from Old School Boxing for allowing me to use his facility. And also thank you to Fernando Martinez and his mom for taking time out of their busy schedule to come talk to me. It means a lot, so thank you. Now, another announcement I want to make is All Around Boxing is still looking for sponsors. So if you want to talk about sponsorships, go to Instagram at All Around Boxing and message me there and we could talk there. Again, thank you. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button. The next part of the video is coming up, so enjoy. All right, so what we were talking about earlier, we were talking about Keenan, right? And you're talking about he has a big opportunity. And I also was saying about like whatever you want to say about his career, right? About the opponents he fought before Leo Santa Cruz. Consistency. That's what he demonstrated. Consistency and dedication. That's what got him to the point, to his price point, right? Which is like now he's making 6 figures. And so you were talking about the opportunity. I know you can't say much because it's his career,
yeah,
man.
But yeah, you know what I mean? People could say what they want to say about him, but hey, man, you can't tell me he didn't think. You can't tell me he didn't beat the game. You know what I mean? He really beat the game. If you think about it, to get like you said, 250, who wouldn't move that way to get 250?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but yeah.
And they're good people, man. Like you said, I know Keenan, his mom, his dad, his whole family, his cousins. Like I said, every time you've had an event, you've always treated me good with respect. Always invited me to after parties, you know, to what was that? What is that bar they go to? They used to have the weigh-ins in.
Yeah, something with a C. I forget what you're talking about.
But it's right there in downtown, right? Always invited me there. What was it called? Yeah, the Margarita.
Okay, I'm
the
saying
Margarita.
something with a C.
Yeah.
Margarita.
So, like I said, man, shout out to them. I haven't seen them in a while. Hope they're doing good. I'm glad that you're doing good. I'm glad that you're doing good. You know, your kids are healthy. I'm glad that you're gonna fight August 12th.
Yes, sir.
Please keep me updated and
you,
let me
brother.
know. Obviously, I got you too after that fight, just so I don't know if that fight is gonna be televised or it's gonna be recorded, but I will give you that. I'm gonna be there for you to talk about that fight so that Arizona boxing fans are updated in your career, man.
Awesome, bro.
So, man,
Appreciate that, man.
no, thank you and your mom for coming.
No,
man,
thank you,
you
bro.
guys are what's up, man? Represent Arizona.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
bring the Phoenix up.
Yes, sir.
So-
I'll get you some tickets for my next fight if you make it out there, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, most
I appreciate it,
definitely,
man.
bro. Appreciate
Bye,
you, dog.
Yep. Cool.